closely here.
Oh, we burned it down, and it's not a window anymore. It's sort of a gaping hole where the windows used to be. Lizzie, I asked Mary, as a former head of the National Security Division, how often she met with the FBI director, because I think the political prosecutions are going to be what they are, right? Elections have consequences. Donald Trump won, and this is what he wanted done last time. If you read the book by Jeff Berman, he sought to do it in his first presidency. Berman rejected a couple cases. Call went back to Maine DOJ. Rod Rosenstein's office fielded it, sent it to another office, and they happened. The juries didn't convict the people. John Durham, same thing. A more expensive, lengthier, an absolute bomb of an investigation, went 0-2 at trial, but ensnared Trump's perceived political enemies for years with the threat of criminal prosecution and otherwise. So that's the problem. But I want to press you on what it looks like to have Tulsi Gabbard over at the CIA and Kash Patel atop the FBI for counterintelligence and national security. What does that mean to you?
You know, I keep hearing the word from the far right, disruptors. Don't worry, we're just hiring disruptors to shake up the bureaucracy. I'm all for disrupting bureaucracy. No one's a fan of the morass of bureaucracy at times. These aren't disruptors, Nicole. These are destroyers. Their job is to search and destroy and dismantle the institutions that embody the values that hold us together: the rule of law, the Constitution, 3 equal branches of government. Our nation's security, our community's security becomes less safe, not more safe, with people like this in these positions. People who are, yes, not qualified, of course, remarkably unqualified, but incompetence is the least of my concerns right now. The concern is the blind allegiance to the man in the Oval Office. That will be the overriding downfall of these institutions if these people are permitted to get into position, because that blind allegiance will supplant any dedication or passion about the Constitution. They'll take an oath. They'll raise their right hand. They'll say, I swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And then the next day they'll violate it. They've already told us. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel have already told us, I'm going to be violating the Constitution. I'll be pursuing political enemies. I'll be going after the media. I'll be going after people who have already been adjudicated, fired. Andy McCabe, Pete Strzok, and guess what? They got their pensions back. They were found to have been wrongly fired. John Durham, as you said, went through this with a fine-tooth comb. This so-called deep state that all of this is premised on is absolutely a house of cards. And so the abuses, my overriding concern here is that we're going to see horrible abuses that, by the way, we've seen before in history in our FBI. J. Edgar Hoover was found to have repeatedly unlawfully wiretapped, searched, planted evidence, planted microphones, bugged Martin Luther King, had a Black Panthers leader killed in Chicago with a special unit of Chicago PD. That's what happens when you go after perceived enemies without the evidence.
I mean, Frank, again, just to build on what already happened, I mean, it was revealed